All right. Good morning, students. So today we're going to be working on Delta Math. So you guys go ahead and go into your Google Classroom and you guys go on classwork. And you guys see right here, week of March 8th through the 12th. Look at Wednesdays, the Delta Math right here. So click on that and you guys can, and you guys will have some you guys have an assignment. You guys are going to have some problems. Now let's remember today so we're gonna do the graphing the inequality on the axis below. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna model it for you guys, and you guys are gonna do the others for more practice. Okay, so let's remember what is the first thing that we do when we have an inequality. Kind of just when we have a system of equations. What's the first thing we got to do here? We're gonna graph it. First things first. What do we do? Anyone remember? Okay, so remember the first thing you got to do is make sure that you have this you need to make sure you have this in slope intercept form. Now, is this in slope intercept form? In other words, does this look like y equals mx plus b? Does that follow that format? It does. Y is less than or equal to 1/3 x plus 2. So let's go ahead and plot this. In fact, what's it ask? Yeah, graph the inequality. It doesn't. I don't think it asks us to shade. It might ask us to. Okay, so where do we start off? Where do we always start off? Well, it's always good if you start off with your y-intercept. And that's right here. We have a positive 2. Okay, so let's graph it right there. So let's plot that. That's our y-intercept. And our slope says 1/3. That's a positive 1/3. So that means we go up once and we go to the right 3 times. And look at this. So you see this, it actually gives you a nice, it gives you a nice straight line, unlike with the Wacom board. So let's go good. We start here and then we go up once to the right 3 times. So you rise, you do 1 rise and 3 runs. And you move positive because, I don't think it did it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. Now, here we have the option to also change the line. So you see, look what happens when I change the line. See how it makes it dashed and how it's solid? Dashed, solid. Okay, so this says less than or equal to. So that means it's a solid. If it didn't have this underline, then we would just put this line, the dashed one, but it's included, so we go ahead. So this would be a closed circle. Okay. So now we have to shade, okay? And if you guys don't remember, so remember what we had on the notes that says if it's less than or less than and equal to, is it above or is it below? If you don't remember, you guys, the best thing that works is just pick a test point. So let's use the origin. I always like to use the origin as the test point. So 0, 0. If 0, 0 is our test point, so y would be 0 and x would be 0. 1/3 of 0, 0 plus 2. 2, and then this, so we would have 2 on the right, and on the left we would have 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 2? It is. So we would shade that. We would shade this region because I picked the origin as a test point. And it did come true. If the origin would not have satisfied this equation, then we would do that. We would shade the other side, but we're going to shade down here. All right. And I'm going to here's submit answer. Okay. There you go. So now I want you guys, and it even tells you, yeah, the y-intercept is 2 and the slope is 1/3. Less than, so you shade down. Less than, shade down, or equal to, you use a solid line. Okay. But again, if you don't remember this rule, if you don't remember this one, just pick a test point that the test point will not fail. Okay. All right. So now you guys are going to try these other ones. Well, let me go back. Now you guys will do these other problems. Yeah, I'm probably going to do one more for you guys. No, let me see. Okay. And remember this one. So what do we have here? 2x minus y is less than or equal to 5. So what's the problem? What do we have here? So remember, the first thing we always got to look for is that it's in slope-intercept. Is this in slope-intercept form? Well, it's actually not, because we don't have y on its own. So let me actually get my paper, and we can go ahead and put it into slope-intercept form. So I'm going to rewrite it. 2x minus y. And actually, this is the thing. You guys can't. Actually, I can do that. Let me get my whiteboard. Because I have my Wacom board out here so you guys can see. Yeah, because I was going to do it on paper, but if I do it on paper, you won't be able to see it. So, let's get this thing to... Might take a minute here. Let's wait for this thing to load. I think it's going to load. Yeah. Oops. Why does this thing take forever? I should have opened it before. And okay. Let's clean this up, actually. Let's see. Let's use a new one. Create a new whiteboard. Okay, so what does our equation say? Let's pick a red pen. So it says 2x minus y less than or equal to 5. So we want the y to be on its own. So we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. So now we've got, this cancels out. We've got negative y is less than or equal to 5 minus 2x. We want to swap these around. So let's make it as negative 2x plus 5. And we don't want this y to be negative. So we're going to divide the entire equation by negative 1. And when we do that, we're going to have y. And over here, we're going to have 2x. Oh, excuse me, not plus. Where's my eraser? 2x minus 5. And remember, we're going to swap this because we divided by a negative. We're going to make it go the other way. So y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 5. So this is our equation. So this is what our equation looks like in slope-intercept form. Okay. So y is greater than or equal to y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 5. So let's go ahead and find our y-intercept. What's our y-intercept? Negative 5. And our slope is 2. So negative 5 down here. That's our, and then our slope is 2. So we rise 2. And a 2 would be just, a positive 2 would be 2 over 1. So rise 2, run 1. So that's what our graph would look like. Okay. And are we shading above or are we shading below? Well, let's put a number. Let's pick the origin again, 0, 0. So if we have, I'm gonna use a blue pen for this. So let's use this little bit of room right here. So 0 is greater than or equal to, whoops. Is greater than or equal to 2 times 0 minus 5. 0 is greater than or equal to 2 times 0 is 0 minus 5 is just negative 5. So 0 is greater than or equal to negative 5. Is that true? No, it is. Excuse me. I was going to say no. It is true. So the origin is, so that would be wrong because that does not include the origin. That includes the origin. Okay. So you see, y is 2x minus 5. Y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 5. You see that? Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Because you guys are going to do these other ones on your own. Let me go back. So you're doing these other problems. So again, with practice, you will get the hang of this. Step by step. Slope-intercept form. Then plot it. And then use a test point to determine which way are you going to shade, above or below the line. And also, and this is the one that if you're doing it on computer, you might forget to do this. Choose the right type of line. It's either going to be dashed or solid. Sometimes, again, I forget to do that when I'm writing it when I'm doing it on computer, because when I'm doing it over on a paper, I just draw a dashed line by hand. So that's kind of, I don't really think about it too much, but sometimes when you're doing it on a computer, you might forget. I know I have. So, okay. So this is your activity. All right. So you guys can go ahead and work on that and let me know if you guys have any questions. Do you guys have any questions so far? Do I wish you luck? You don't need luck, Aiden. You're going to do just great on your own. You've got this. You do have skills. You just need to believe in yourself. All right.